These are the tales and ramblings of two men, their dream of running a successful food truck business and life. We invite you along to join Josh and Skippy on this journey. This is Monday Morning Food Truck.
Happy Monday morning, good Monday morning, whatever it may be. Actually, it's Tuesday morning now. I'm a day late.
Yes, we are.
Unfortunately, we're recording a day late, so a lot of us had a lot of good things to go. We'll cover that a little bit later. We are excited to have a special guest. So we have Kim Christie, who is, I will guess, basically what, the operations manager for Whoa Tacos or Whoa Industries.
Business development and social media management.
Okay.
I need one of those.
So give us if you can, just give us a little short description of what you do, how long you've been doing this, and then we'll kind of go from there.
Well, I think, my job recently has been kind of tapered down to, I don't know, I guess, make my job easier. Right now, I'm just strictly working on the website, scheduling, and growing the business. I don't have to worry about the other things I've had to worry about in the past. So I don't have to work on the truck anymore. I'm not dealing with the, other stuff with the employees anymore. I'm strictly just scheduling and growing the business and working on the website and social media.
And then do you have a background in those things, I assume?
I've been doing this for about, maybe 5 years now. Social media, website building, that kind of thing. Prior to that, I have always, I have an entrepreneurial background.
Okay. So I guess the first thing that I'll go into is, you're not on the truck much or anything anymore. Can you kind of maybe talk about the transition? Like, do you miss it already? Is it, because I know you guys are, I see Whoa Tacos out, not 24/7, but all the time. So do you miss, getting out and seeing the people?
Can I interject real quick? I want to throw another question first.
Oh boy.
So are you partial owner, full owner? How did you end up with the truck?
I'm not owner at all.
Okay.
I have a friend who I've been friends with for about 20 years. He decided to open up the Whoa brand, and he asked me if I would be willing to help. And I said, sure. I've worked with him in the past on different projects, so he knows that I'll work 24 hours a day for a little pay.
Welcome to the club.
I was gonna say that's what all of us do.
Yeah, I love to work, so I like to see my work go. But I do miss being on the truck. I like to see people that I've talked to online, or people maybe I've scheduled their wedding, and now I see their name pop up at the window, and I'm like, oh, I've talked to you, or how was your wedding? It's nice to put a name to the face. I do build a relationship with them online. It's really a good feeling to see them in person. And they always like to meet me as well. It is kind of sad not to be on the truck anymore. But it wasn't really my choice. So.
Okay. You're making it work though. You're making what you're doing. You're obviously still trying to grow the brand. So you obviously care about the brand. Can you, I guess, describe the brand? I remember when I first saw, because I got into this just Googling everybody's food trucks to kind of see where they were located, right? So where they went, I would try to call and see if I could get into the same spot. And I understand there are food trucks that might frown upon that. But being a new guy, I didn't really have a choice. But I saw you have something on the side of the trailer that describes what quote unquote whoa with an exclamation point is. So what's the brand?
The brand is a feeling that you get. So it's just like the whoa feeling. So when you open up your food, you're surprised, you're delighted at the taste, the way it looks, it's an unexpected feeling. You don't expect that in food. So we've got different flavors that are mixed together. We've got professional people working on the truck. It's very not, don't take this offensively, it's very clean. You know what I mean? You know, it's just an unexpected experience overall. It's quick, you know, it's a good experience.
The food looks amazing. I'm looking through your Facebook right now. The food looks better than any of the taco trucks that I've seen on this side of the state. So
Thanks. The photos are good because I take the
the
photos.
the photos are amazing.
Photos are great.
Yeah.
So this past December, I had a chance, actually, that's when you and I first met. That's when I had a chance to try something, and I gave it a whoa. I mean, I took it back to my truck because we were working an event together, and I would have went back and ordered 2 more. It was unbelievable. So I'm glad whoever's putting the menu together and the ingredients together, they definitely got that reaction out of me for sure.
Yeah, I think one of the most important things, I guess, when you are creating your menu is to create the flavors that you can't recreate at home. So for the quesadilla, for example,
Mhm.
I can only get that taste on that truck. So I don't like to cook personally at home, not at all. But what I have Googled the recipe for, and tried to make, birria tacos at home. And there's a million recipes that are out there and they're all going to make a different flavor. So I can never recreate that exact flavor at home. But once I get that taste of the quesadilla on the truck, I want the taste again because I'm still thinking about the next day. So
Yeah.
then I'll follow the truck around. And we have people that drive from Ann Arbor to St. Clair Shores and buy 10 tacos because they can't get the taste out of their head. And that's like how you create your following.
So that's absolutely amazing. I mean, you're following, you guys have a great following. You guys do go, where's the truck based out of? Let's put it that way.
So we store our warehouse and our kitchen is in Southfield. So it's way off the road. Like you can't, because we have to a specific type building. So it's like a light industrial
Yeah.
area. You know what I mean? It's very
Yep.
tricky with the kitchen and all that, how you have to have it. And you have to have ample parking for the trucks.
Okay.
So it's in Southfield, but you can hop on like Telegraph, to get to the expressways, and
Yep.
we'll shoot out to like St. Clair Shores, or we go as far as Chelsea typically.
Yep.
Just for open events.
And what kind of places do you guys try to hit if you don't have like an event already scheduled?
Well, we do private events for catering. Those are our main focus. But we go to breweries typically. I wouldn't go somewhere that I wasn't sure of the outcome because it costs so much, because all of our food is handmade except for the tortillas. So we have so much effort that goes into our food, like our sauces are handmade and they're perishable. So it's very costly just to send the truck randomly places.
Yeah. Now, you going back to, I guess, what your job title is now, can you give maybe some aspiring or struggling food trucks or something like that, kind of maybe some ideas on how to increase their social media following? I know I'm having a hard time with Instagram. Like, no matter what I've done in the past, for some reason I just can't grab Instagram followers. I have Facebook followers, which is okay, but I just can't. Something's happening where I can't grab them.
So for me, you kind of have to play with different ideas. So you have to see what works. So maybe like I just recently started switching to I post our updates for our schedule into the stories. And then in the feed, I just post videos. I've kind of started messing with that a little bit, and it has increased our following. So if you look at our Instagram page, you'll see just like videos. And then on the top part is like where I'll say like, we're going to the Bearded Lamb tonight in the stories. So it's kind of play with it a little bit and try different things, but don't switch too much. I would go with it for maybe 2 weeks and see what happens. Maybe post at different times, try different hashtags. But Instagram is very visual, right? So, you kind of want to make sure your pictures are really nice. I also delete things, like I archive lots of things, and I don't follow many. So if you look at our page, I only follow, I think, like 7 people, and one of them is me. I just like to follow myself.
Well, that's good. It's
And then
good to
one of
follow
them is
yourself.
Woe Chinese I follow. So, because we had a Woe Chinese truck this past year. So, you just want to just kind of, try different things, but also you want to see like what, where your time is best spent. So sometimes it maybe costs an upfront cost to hire someone, but also it might be worth it to put that investment out because, the cost of an employee or a service may be worth it because you're reaching more people. I have read different things about, like, recently, I think we talked about it, about someone who does, they have a very high number of followers, but I don't think that a high number of followers means that you're getting a high number of sales. If I have
Yep.
300,000 followers, it doesn't mean 300,000 people are coming to my truck. Those people could be in another country.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
It doesn't mean that I'm successful.
Quality matters more than quantity for sure. So
Yeah. So I think, you just kind of want to just play with different things, but definitely visual. And you want to think of who your target audience is. So I know that based on our analytics, that the target audience is actually me. So like a 40-year-old woman is who is our, person that buys the most, roughly, So I know what I like to see. So I just kind of go after what I like.
And you say you take basically your own pictures? Any special type of equipment, or would you advise, maybe when they're getting their business off the ground to maybe hire a photographer, like a actual food photographer to take those pictures for you, or just the average iPhone will kind of work for now?
Well, I just use my iPhone. I always use real light outside, sunlight. If you look at my photos, my videos, I just always use real light outside, like sunlight. I do like light, like when the sun is setting a little bit, when the sun comes down. Like I think I just posted, there's an El Pastor photo where the sun is hitting the pineapple really nicely. I can like remember I was taking those photos. The sunlight was coming in really nice and it like really lit it up. But I do like taking I take all the photos except for in the very beginning, we did have a professional photographer come in because the owner wanted that. I don't necessarily like those photos, but that could also be biased because
So
well, absolutely. I mean, yeah, why pay for something you can do yourself? That's
and you need so much
as good, if
content.
not better.
Like you need so much content, so you
Yep.
can't. It would be unreasonable to have someone come in all the time.
Right. Yeah. And I think that's, I mean, for Skippy and I, that we probably get into that where we're reposting same pictures. I know I do, at least on our daily post for where we're at and stuff. But yeah, again, for me, and Instagram is not somewhere where I put a lot of effort. A lot of it is same post from Facebook and Instagram, both. I mean, just because we have such a huge Facebook following that is a customer base for us. So yeah, that's kind of where I focus more, but it has been a point where we wanted to improve that. But again, we get so busy. I know Skippy makes all of his food and he's alone on the truck a lot of time. And for me, it's a mental thing to stop doing what I'm doing to take a picture of something while we still have customers. Is very hard for me to wrap my head around mentally. A question about, you mentioned the analytics on your Instagram and what your peak demographic is. So on my Facebook and my Instagram demographics are like a 180 flip. So we're at 62%, I think, female followers on Facebook and 38 male, and it's the exact opposite on Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
Do you notice that at all?
Not really. Ours is always a little bit higher female.
Okay.
And just a slightly lower male. But the age bracket's always the same.
Yeah.
But also I want to stress Google Business as well. You should be posting there regularly. And I don't know if you guys are going into like different other web browsers, like Bing, Yahoo. Like you need to really go in and make sure your business is listed everywhere. It's time consuming, but I'll tell you, not everyone uses Google. You already made, like my mom, for example, like she uses her Kindle and she looked up like a pizza place by her house. And she kept saying they close at 7 o'clock. And I'm like, there's no way that pizza place closes at 7 o'clock. Right. And I'm like, it's impossible. So I went to Google on my phone and I'm like, they close at 11. And she's like, no, 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 look. And I looked at her Kindle and sure enough, it says 7 because they didn't update their business. So they've never ordered pizza after 7 o'clock. You know what I mean? So you really need to go into all these different browsers and take the time. That's why it might be, worth the money to have someone,
Dedicated to, yeah. I mean, even that, I mean, that could be, I mean, it doesn't need to be a full-time person necessarily. I mean, yeah, you could have someone dedicated an hour or two a day, or potentially even, get an intern, a high school student that is interested in social marketing or something like that. That you get for a whole lot cheaper potentially than an actual professional. So yeah, it's but yeah, again, for us, it's hard to pull the trigger on spending money.
I know. It's just because,
and the ROI is there, but it's the initial investment that, especially at this time of year.
I know it's so important though, because people are leaving Facebook all the time.
Mhm.
Social media breaks. Also, another important thing is growing your email list on your websites. I don't know how you're doing with that, but that's another thing you might want to, got to do, because if Facebook goes down or the Instagram goes down, they get hacked, you have nothing. You got to get your email list up, because then you still have your email list and you can still send it to your customers.
How often do you guys email? Is it just like a weekly location type of thing, or are you doing those daily?
So I hate emailing. I'll tell you, I don't love it, but I do like once a month, maybe twice a month. I don't like doing it because I feel like it could be annoying.
Mm-hmm.
But because I know I get a million emails. Yeah, I probably, in my personal email, I've got 400,000 emails I've never looked at. So yeah, exactly. I'm like, I'm just want to be one of those. But I do send out an email at least once a month, just kind of reminding people, and I kind of think of something catchy, like, what did I say? Like, whoa, have you tried? I always try to say, whoa, it's like, something catchy.
Brand.
Yeah. Like, what did I say? And it's something like, whoa, don't let 2022 end just yet, or something like that was like my title,
Mm-hmm.
And then, I reminded them that we still have events left in 2022, and that was in December. Just kind of like you want to get back in their mind, because they are busy and we're still out. People aren't working all year round. Or you remind them that you do catering, Christmas events, anything. You just want to get back in their head.
Yeah. I mean, ideally, when they have the thought of tacos in their head, you are the first thing, and the more that it's there, the more likely that'll happen. So yeah, I get it. Yeah, and that's one thing that I haven't done at all is emailing, because I'm afraid it'll be too spammy. Because I came from the IT field, and I know how much, one, these things get buried, and then two, how much people just are annoyed by being emailed by companies that collect emails and stuff. So
hold on. You and I actually talked about this last week.
Yeah.
So my background has been mortgages, and email to me is like, I will send one. I used to, correct, they were looking for something, so it wasn't necessarily cold calling or anything, but it was like 2 emails a day for like 4 days to follow up with people and to see, obviously it's just try to initiate some sort of contact, but emails for me are a lot easier than emails for people who don't, I guess, do emails a lot. I don't mind it too much. I've actually gone through Square and just to find the email, for some reason it captures emails. I never understood how Square does that, but they capture emails, and you can actually use that as a marketing list too.
Yeah, that's a pain. I export our list to MailChimp,
Yeah.
And we have to do it out to an Excel file and then upload it up. So, but I actually was looking yesterday at, because I'm trying to increase the emails. And I was reading what they recommend when you're introducing a product list, like a new product out. And I wrote down yesterday, I wrote some notes, what like professional marketers say.
Mhm.
And they said for a single product launch, you should be doing 6 emails per product launch. So let's just say if you're going to do a new macaroni and cheese, okay? You would do a pre-launch notice, a testimonial hype email, a launch email, a launch follow-up with a discount. We don't do discounts. A product review, and then your 6th one would be a post-launch last chance discount. So it's 6 emails per one product.
For one product.
Yeah, that's why we get flooded with emails.
Wow.
Jeez.
I
That's,
know, a lot.
I mean, that's a lot. That's just that's more than I've ever done.
So, and for me, so I use Gmail as my personal email account, and it splits it up between primary, and then it sorts out promotions and social.
Mhm.
I don't even look in those 2 columns.
I do
It's
because
a
I
highlight and delete for the most part.
It's funny because I go there because I notice things that I really did want go there. I have to
Yeah.
click all these different categories. But
Yeah.
I was also looking yesterday, and there's certain keywords that will send your email certain places, like offer sends it
Yeah.
somewhere else,
Yeah.
right? So you just have to stay away from different words. But there's different websites that you can use now, and you can copy like what you want to write and put it in there, and then it will give you a rating like 1 out of 6, the probability of your email going to spam. So, it depends how much, work you want to put in that. But I do think email is kind of, because I forget, about places.
Yeah.
And if I'm taking a social media break, I might forget.
How often do you take a social media break?
I'll never. I'm on there all the time. My thumbs hurt all the time. Like my thumbs actually hurt. I thought I had arthritis, so I started drinking collagen. But I think it's just work.
Yeah. I mean, if I didn't need it for work, I don't know that I would be on hardly ever. Because I rarely just scroll through my feed unless there's something on like a barbecue contest, Skippy, that we have friends at. That's the only time like I'll scroll through. I avoid it so much, the other crap that's on there, which is a great testament to us posting so much on social media. But I mean, there's just so much, and I lose so much. I mean, with the amount of friends that I have and all that, there's just so much noise that I avoid it. So, but yeah, there's a couple of things that I want to make sure that I see. So I make sure I interact with those couple of things because we have an understanding of how the algorithm works, and tried when people say that they didn't see a post or whatever, we're like, have you liked any of the posts that we've posted? Have you commented on any of the posts that you posted? Because those things will make sure, because for the most part, it's the same probably 100 people that we see liking posts. And we know that at least they're getting in front of those people regularly. And that's probably because they like the post. So I think if people realized that they can kind of cultivate their feed a little bit, just by putting some effort into the things they want to see most, that they can have a better feed. So, yeah.
This is for both of you. I have a food truck friend over here that is, for the last 2 weeks, has been so hell-bent on monetizing his Facebook page. Because you can. Have either one of you looked into it / tried it? I know there are certain things that you need, and now that Josh, I think you're the closest one. Actually, you are. You could probably start doing it. You need at least 10,000 followers.
Yes.
Hey, I'm at a little over 1,800 now.
There you go.
And it's all about, likes, clicks, but you can monetize your Facebook page. Is that something, Kim, that you guys are looking to do in the future?
I am not.
Okay.
I have not. I actually just started kind of messing around with the YouTube page a little bit, but I've not done that.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff to go through. But yeah, Josh, it's extra money for you, so you should probably just, do your whole off season. Oh, that's coming to an end. Never mind.
What off season?
Try to monetize your Facebook page.
I guess I would have to look to see how that works in order before I would even consider it. Is it additional ads on my business page? On the
No,
sidebar?
it's almost, it's like likes, clicks. It's I'll find more information about it. Maybe we'll talk about it next week, but it's very
Yeah, I'm guessing I'm confused about how that's a benefit for Facebook.
it's a great question. I'm glad you asked. It's more
I mean, other than maybe it's trying to cause more engaging content, like it's trying to force higher followed pages to create better content. But there's got to be something else that,
I think it has to do with reels and videos,
okay,
lives and stuff like that.
that would make sense. I have a hard time forcing monetization out there. Skippy, you know that I'm a big fan of Gary Vaynerchuk.
Yeah.
And one of his books is Jab, 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 Hook. So the idea is you want to do 3 things for free for a customer before you prompt for a sale. So monetizing everything, it's just a constant battering of sales type of thing. So yeah, you give, and then you ask type of thing. So yeah, I mean, and all his content's free, every single piece of it. There is not a thing that you can buy off any of his content on any social media. He's got like 6 books and he says, pirate him if you want. He doesn't care as long as you get the information type of thing. So, so yeah, I kind of follow that philosophy as much as I can. Give as much value before you ask for a sale. You know, people are more likely to buy at that point because
we have
you've given them so much already.
We have beaten your value like a dead horse.
We're not even talking about that.
I know. All right, let's get back to our guest. We woke her up early this morning. I don't know how many cups of coffee you've had so far.
Well, I drink a Mexican Coke when I first wake up, and then I have coffee.
So for what you do for this brand, where would you like to see it? I guess, what are your goals for the future with what you're doing and yeah, your goals for the future?
Well, I think our goals are to have more food trucks out, possibly maybe like a space somewhere where people can come and have like the Woe brand experience there.
I could picture like a Woe store.
Yeah, I think that would be possibly somewhere that's been talked about potentially in the future.
Yeah.
I would like that. I enjoy working with that brand. My personal goals, I would like to, because I'm freelance, I've worked with different restaurants and different, things. So I would like to expand on that as well.
Just with SEO and branding and stuff like that.
Yeah, I like to build websites. I like to, I like to help people. So I like to see other people succeed. I'm actually building a website for my friend. I just started last night. I saw her website. Marla Loves Ice Cream.
Oh yeah, I've heard of her.
I saw her website yesterday and I was like, Marla, no. I gotta fix it for you. I was like, this is like the Oregon Trail font. I'm like, I have to do this for you right now. So I've never seen it. So I'm fixing it. Actually, I have like a website in process for her.
Always been a big fan of Comic Sans.
Yeah, I know. I was like, when did you make this?
It's comforting.
Yes, I'm fixing it up for her. She gets a lot of her referrals, but so I'm going to fix that up for her, make her a nice one. But I like to see other people succeed, just in general. So like their success is my success. So I just would like to just do lots of projects.
Yeah.
Is Woe multi-truck right now?
Yeah, right now we have 2 trucks and a trailer. I think we're gonna start doing like some pickup caterings and drop-off caterings. One of the problems we're facing with that is the tortillas kind of, we have like a limited area.
Yeah.
The tortillas are the corn, the fresh corn. So they kind of, they can't go too far out. So that's that. But we are expanding our product offerings on the menu. So we're gonna have some new menu items really soon, and we're gonna be rebranding. So that'll be fun. So I look forward to that, some new graphics to work with, some new fonts. We're redoing the website. I feel like I'm, repeating the same stuff over and over in my postings, because I'm kind of waiting on that to happen.
Yeah.
We thought of that at the end of last year. So I've been waiting. So now it's, keep an eye out for it. And I think we're switching from Mo Tacos to just Whoa now. And then the Chinese truck, we've actually, our last catering event is this Thursday with that. And then they're taking it off the road, and we're doing the inside of the truck. We're taking the walk off and putting a flat top grill inside.
Okay.
And we're keeping the deep fryer, but we're going to be switching the menu out.
Nice. Are you guys doing any merchandising? So shirts, hats, or anything like that?
Not that I'm aware of. We were asked about it before, but I think it's just kind of a lot. You know what I mean? Like, we were asked about it in the past, but then it's like, how many sizes do you have to have? And like, what if the shirt rips? I don't know. You know what I mean? Now do you take returns?
Yeah. So yeah, we did it. It's because we got asked all the time if we had shirts. So I went and ordered, 200 shirts or whatever in various sizes. And I think the last one went at the end of the last year. So we had them for 2.5 years.
Well, at least
Right. You sold them.
Please buy a shirt. It's I got 6 different boxes sitting in my garage. And I was like, just get rid of them. And yeah, I wish that's a hard.
Stickers are cheap.
We still get asked. What's that?
Stickers are cheap.
Yeah. So yeah,
So, I'm looking at
Go ahead.
Kim. I'm looking at the Facebook page right now, and like the second reel that comes up is the Quesaberia, and it's like makes me want to go get one again.
Well, that's funny. I just made that one just the other day. I made the El Pastor one this morning before I took my kids to school. Is that one on there?
Yes, I see that one.
Yeah, that one was it's weird because Facebook Reels, I don't enjoy making them because there's a weird system, I feel like. Do you find that, or do you not make Reels on there?
I
haven't
haven't
made
made
reels.
Yeah, me neither.
There's enough weird stuff on Facebook, me doing regular posts that, yeah.
Okay, so here's my thing with the Reels. You got to have Reels on there because Facebook likes Reels, right? That's their new thing. They like the Reels. Instagram likes Reels as well, but they're just different. Like, so I don't know. Do you guys here's a little tip for you guys. On Instagram, I guess if you're not doing videos, it doesn't matter, but do you have your account as a business or creator?
Business, I think.
Okay, so I would switch to creator because then you're going to get better music.
No.
Oh,
If you have it as a business, you're not going to get any of the music that's on the radio. You're just going to get like weird elevator music. If you switch to creator, you'll get like good music. Did you know that?
I did not.
Like that's how I get our good music. Like I don't know if you classify it as good, but like the the catchy stuff that's out now.
So the song that's listed at the bottom of the El Pastor one says, "Does my bum look 40?"
Okay, so that's a trending song right now. And that one is I guess you shouldn't listen to it now because it's got bad words in it. That one so I try not to do any bad word songs. But that one actually, that's very catchy right now. So I feel like it's gonna get blasted out a little harder. That one, so Facebook, that's why I don't like about Facebook. Facebook songs, you cannot get a good one if you're just gonna hit create. It's like the elevator music.
Yeah.
But that came up as a video for me. So I hit like use this audio, and then I had to make a video right then.
Are you experimenting with TikTok at all?
No, I do not use TikTok at all. I don't want that on my device because it's China.
Okay.
Like the government said not to use that, so I'm not using it.
Follow-up question. So there's not about TikTok. I was going to ask you about TikTok, but we'll move on. So there's new social medias platforms get created all the time. Are you trying to stay up to date on new stuff coming abroad so that when the next TikTok comes along, that you guys are ready? Or Musically was huge for a while. Are you trying to keep an eye on those? And if so, are you creating accounts with the Wool brand immediately so that you can capture that? Even if it's only around for a month or whatever, it never takes off, at least you have it just in case type of thing.
Good question. I pay attention to it, but I don't jump on it because I don't have time for all that nonsense. Do you know what I mean? Like I
Yep.
just, there's a million things all the time. I give it time and I see what happens, and I read a
Mhm.
lot of things everywhere. So like TikTok, I think I keep thinking they're going to take it off, right? The App Store, they keep saying it. They keep
Mhm.
warning us not to use it. I think it's only a matter of time, personally. I use the Instagram, I use Google Business, our website. We get good sales from all of that. I pay more attention to our SEO and Yelp. I use Yelp now. That one I actually get pretty good movement from.
Yeah.
Yeah, Yelp actually is very interesting to me because Yelp feeds through to your the map on the Apple phone. If you hit map,
Mm-hmm.
and like say you put in like tacos near me.
Both of us are Android users.
Oh, well, I can't
Add that to the list of
that.
things we're not good at.
I don't know anything about that, but I thought that was interesting, because even in map, right? It's the Yelp that comes up. Do you know what I mean? So that
Yeah.
right there, you better get on Yelp, or at least check your page, because I'll tell you on Yelp, when I went and looked at our page, they had us spelled wrong, like WOAH, and that's kind of a big deal.
Yeah.
And it was just a user submitted thing. So like, I every couple of weeks I do go into the different search engines and I type in Woe Tacos and I see what comes up and then I fix the errors. That's another thing that I highly suggest. It's another thing, and like it's kind of worth the payment to have someone monitor your,
Yep.
your company.
Starting to think it would be.
And I did make sure we claimed our business on Yelp just to make sure that the information was correct. But yeah, as far as there's just so much.
I know. I'm up like if I go between like, do I never want to sleep and work 24 hours a day, or do I just want to sleep all the time? You know what I mean? Like there's a fine line.
That's why you make the big bucks.
No, I don't. I wish I did.
Wait, I'm quitting and doing what she's doing then.
Right?
But do you like do you have your website built? What do you use on your web? Like what platform?
I use what is it? Squarespace.
Okay. Do you go into your Squarespace like often and just kind of check out like the settings and stuff?
Not as often as I should. We have our event calendar is on there too. So I mean, I'm updating that regularly, but I don't play around in there as much as I should, for sure.
I would go in there and just click around and, make sure everything's up to date, maybe work on your SEO, every couple of weeks. Because I will say, like, we use Wix and
Mhm.
Wix is always doing updates and they don't like tell us. Do you know what I mean? So like,
Yep.
I'll go over and it'll be like, oh, there's a new button. This is new,
What's
and
this
then
button do?
yeah, and I'm like, oh, so then I'm going in there, and I'm changing things around, and I do see differences, or I'm adding things. So I do think it's important to just continually, work on things.
Mhm.
So what you're with Wix for? Whoa, is that what you would use if you were to do you like that platform if you were to just do a website for somebody else, or does each platform kind of cater towards certain businesses?
I'm open to anything. Like if I was going to pick for someone for something, it doesn't matter to me. I think it depends on more what discounts are being offered at the time. Like I'm more like, what's your monthly discount? Wix is pretty user friendly, but there's flaws all the time. Like I just had to call because things like I pushed a button, and it said it wasn't connecting. So I had to call and I was on the phone for like 2 hours. And then finally I said, okay, I'll just see if it works tomorrow. You know what I mean? Because they couldn't help me. They couldn't
Yeah.
solve the problem. It was just
Mhm.
something with their stuff. So I think that everything has problems. I've used Squarespace before. It's okay. You know, I've used Shopify. It's okay. I think it depends on what your service area is and if you are like shipping t-shirts. You already mean what do you actually need? You know, if you're just going to do like a local food truck site, Wix is good enough.
Okay. I
You know,
used, I think my wife made mine and I think used WordPress.
Okay. Yeah, WordPress is pretty like basic, you know, it's
Yeah.
for blogs, that kind of thing. You know,
Uh,
it's fine. You know, they're all the same in essence.
it's up and it works. That's all I know. That's-
Yeah, you know, as long as it works.
Yeah, there's probably a lot of stuff that I should learn how to do, but my wife built hers and then built mine. So
But I would suggest going in there and making sure, you know, like there could be new stuff on there that you don't even know
yeah, that's probably
on
true.
there, you know, updates, you know, maybe send out an email to your customers. You know, maybe add on some like you know, sign up for a mailing list to your homepage. You know,
Mhm.
add on like little, you know, spots because you could add a pop-up maybe on your second page. You know, just always try to like make your things a little bit better. You know, just here and there, every little bit counts.
Yeah. I
Do
like
you know
that.
what the ratio of traffic is between your social media accounts and your website?
Meaning,
How are people seeing your information most
well,
preferably?
like direct traffic.
Yeah.
I would say so. I would say probably like 70% direct traffic, and then the rest would be social media.
Okay.
Maybe split up a little more leaned on Facebook as opposed to Instagram. But a lot of people also click off Instagram and go right to our online ordering. Like we have online ordering set up for our events
Okay.
in advance. So like our event tonight from 5:30 to 7:30, it's tacos and trivia. You can order online and you can also order at the window. And I set that up after the last event closes. So like our last event was Sunday. So I've changed it already for online ordering for Tuesday.
Okay.
And I announce it like online ordering is open for Tuesday now.
How many
You're
people are working on the truck like on a normal day?
2.
Two.
Mhm.
I'm astonished. Like I'm astonished by online ordering.
Mhm.
Like I figured, like when I have somebody work with me, they take payments, I make food. That's pretty much how our system works. But with online ordering, it's like, how do you make sure? I guess how do people make sure that they don't miss things? Like I would hate to have I mean, our ticket times are fast to begin with, but it's like I would hate to have somebody order something and then come up there and it not be ready or it
It just
not
prints out the ticket that comes out of your little printer.
okay.
So it prints out like 7:00 pickup, then you just put it on the rail.
And then whoever's doing most of the cooking is going to know when that's there or for when that needs to be picked up or made or whatever the case
Yes,
may be.
but our person that does the counter also does expo.
Okay.
So they're like bagging and topping the food
Makes sense.
and like making like little consomme cups of soup, you know, putting the utensils in, and the cook's just doing like the grill.
By the way, your consomme, you can just drink it. It's fantastic. Anyway.
Well, that's what the ramen is, like the soup.
Okay. All right. That's good to know. I've tried it just with, hey, if you want to pre-order something, send me a text. But then
Oh,
I'm
that
like,
would be like, oh my God, horrible.
well, that's why I only do it for certain things. I don't do it for just like whole meals. I do it like if so tonight I'm at a subdivision and I said if you want ribs, which I don't normally do them, you can pre-order. So I've only taken pre-orders for just that versus, everybody's meal. Because everybody's meal I'd be lost.
Yeah, the tech, oh my gosh, text, I'd be like unsubscribe. I'd just respond. I wouldn't, my phone would be like blowing up. Do you have Do you have Square?
Yes, I have
Yeah,
Square.
You can hook your Square if you have you're ordering on Square. You can hook that into your website and then they can just click order now. That's how we have ours. Like if you go on our website now and click order now, you'll see the online ordering comes up and then you just put in like on your back end, your menu, you put in, for example, like I only have 10 inventory of ribs.
Yeah,
Right? And then when your 10 runs out on your register or on online ordering, it'll just say like low stock if you make when it gets down to like 2 or whatever setting you put down. And then or it could say out of stock.
yeah. That's the other tough thing with barbecue guys and online ordering is it's hard for us to put in a stock level, you know, how much we have, how much brisket we have, how much pork we have, because there's different ways for us to sell it. So
Mhm.
that'd be, if I was going to do pre-orders like that, that would work. But I don't know if anything else would. I mean, I'm happy our ticket times are fast to begin with, so I don't worry about it a whole heck of a lot, but it'd be nice to do sometime.
Or you could go and turn it off. Like if you think you're getting low, you can just jump on your phone or whatever you do and just turn it off online ordering.
Well,
On-
even on the POS side, you can long hold a menu item and it'll make it unavailable. And that, from what I've read, carries through to online ordering.
On Square,
Yeah.
I'm
Yep.
gonna check into that because I actually have been calling them about it and they said that's not available.
So are you using the Square, the restaurants, so the big POS with the detachable credit card reader?
Are credit card readers like this?
Yeah.
The Square register.
So yeah, so we're using, so yes, the Square register with the restaurants is what we're using for the software side of it. And I can long hold on any item and mark it as unavailable to
I'm
order.
gonna have them try that because I have like they say it's not available. See what I mean? Like that's
Yeah.
why I'm not
And
impressed.
I'm much more up to date with my Square stuff because we're getting updates every week with
Mhm.
no email describing what's different. Like we've had buttons change on the POS all the time. And then
Mhm.
my guy will say, "Hey, what's up with this button?" I was like, "What are you talking about?" I don't know.
Yeah. That's how it happens with ours too.
Yeah.
Like just the other day, they got to an event and they were like online ordering it, the button's not there anymore. It says something else. And I'm like, I don't know what to do. So I had to like make a whole new register,
Yeah.
you know, on the phone. And then
Oh,
the lady transferred me like to 3 different people.
oh.
And like, the truck is open. You already mean? And like, I don't know what to do.
Right.
I didn't do anything though.
Yeah.
You guys, I didn't touch the computer. So I
So-
fixed it, but I'm like, I hope
Speaking of Square, let's see if either one of you had my problem I had yesterday. I know that we're on a complete different realm now. So
So
about an hour left in service. For some reason, I had full service, like Wi-Fi. I went to I typically use my phone as a hotspot.
Mhm.
I kept getting, anytime somebody used a card, it wouldn't go through. Different cards wouldn't go through.
Mm.
Even when I clicked a cash payment, it would still be pending and I would get a notification that I still have a pending payment. So I switched from Wi-Fi on my phone to Wi-Fi on my iPad, different carriers,
Mhm.
still had full bars, still did the exact same thing. I restarted I used the Square terminal, the little guy, the handheld thing, and I switched to my phone with the card reader just to see if it was maybe the terminal that was not doing right. And nope, still had the same thing. It would hold a payment. Like it would basically told me that it's almost like I could go into offline mode,
Mhm.
but my terminal would not go into offline mode. My phone would, but my terminal wouldn't.
I wonder if Square was having an outage on the back end.
Well, I found out after probably 5 to 8 minutes, it would process the payment. It would process the transaction, I should say.
Right.
Like, but it wouldn't take people's cards. So that's why I decided to up and leave because I wasn't going to deal with all of it. But it was just, so after we get done here, I'm going to go out and run a dollar transaction from my card and make sure it works. But it was just weird that's the first time I've ever seen that where it's had service or had connection to service, but not work. I don't know if anybody else ever had that.
I can't say I'm not surprised. We did, remember that event that I did with the same, at that farm with you?
Yeah.
I had to work the whole time in that cold weather, and I had to punch in each credit card number because our square was messed up, and I like literally had to manually type in each credit card
Oh,
finger,
We've
and then
been
I'd say, what's your zip code? And I had to type in that, and then I learned that American Express has their 3-digit code in the front.
Mhm.
yes.
It was like the worst
Oh,
event ever
Oh.
for us because of that reason. And we didn't do anything wrong. It was just the square was
Yeah.
weird.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
I
had
never-
that where we had to mentally enter.
and they charge you extra for that too.
Oh yeah, they don't care. And then you call on it, they're like, you just need a new one. And it's like, well, that's like $500. So,
Yeah.
and then
Well,
it started working. Like, and then when I called the owner came because I'm like, I don't even know what to do. You know, like this is screwing the whole day up. He
Mhm.
comes and then of course it starts working and like 10 minutes later for no reason.
I
Yeah.
replace my cables once a year now. All my USB connections, I order a cable kit from them once a year and replace that. And that has taken out a lot of our headaches with things randomly not working. Like our cash register won't open on random for whatever reason. It'll just stop. Replace the USB cable, starts working again. Or that little USB hub that we have that connects everything. Yeah. Yeah, Square's great. I love them, but their stuff's a little finicky sometimes.
Well, if you have over $250,000 in sales, remember you can renegotiate your fees.
Yeah, unless
know-
it's free.
That's funny you say that because we did that. And then I was talking to someone and they said that they have a lower fee than we do, but they make less than we do.
Mm.
So I was like, well, we need to call them back because that's
Well,
not gonna work.
I haven't done over 250, so I haven't called them. So.
I was like, that's not gonna work for us. I would like to start a chat somewhere and see like what the
Yes.
fees are, but I need some proof because I feel like sometimes people exaggerate.
Maybe we can get, maybe we can find a rep from Square and get them on the podcast, so we can get some
Oh.
revenue out of it.
You know, like those what are those like the Glassdoor, you know, those websites.
Oh,
where,
yeah.
like,
Yeah.
you know, that would be interesting, like a forum somewhere, like the secrets.
We should have a big giant Zoom town hall and surprise a rep from Square.
Oh, they would hang up. You know, I'm on a I am on a group though online. It's called, I think it's like Female Food Truckers, I think it is. And they have some really interesting tips on there. Like, you know, like someone will put in like their soup pots, for example. Like our consomme, oh gosh, it's like spilled in the truck so many times like driving. Oh God, we've had some crazy stories. And one of the women said that you can buy like a locking soup pot. And like the lock goes on top, and like they make up things that you've never even heard. I mean, I've never heard of that stuff.
Mhm.
But those kind of those kind of groups, if you can find one of those, you know, they're very interesting advice. You got to find a good one.
Yeah. Skippy is a member of like 20 of them, so I wait
You
for
know
him to
what?
tell me if they're good or not.
I'm a new guy. I gotta get information anywhere I can.
When you invite me, then I assume that it's a decent group. But yeah, for me, like I said, my Facebook feed's so much white noise right now that I have a hard enough time keeping up on the people looking for caterers and the wedding groups and stuff. Like it's just all, yeah, gets lost. So I'm trying to be much more intentional about which groups are being joined now. So
That's
Kim,
the
do you
thing.
guys get a lot of business through word of mouth versus, I guess, as far as catering goes?
We do. Like a lot of people say, like I had, you know, so and so told me about you. I do get that a lot. But a lot of it is our SEO on our website.
Really?
A lot of it's just, you know, like I've had some calls from California. Like Amazon called last year. And the gal, you know, she found us on the internet, came right up. And that was actually one of my most favorite events. I got to work on the food truck and it was like so much fun. And I think I slept like 2 hours each night because I had to, like, we worked almost 24 hours each night, each day. We had to do 3 shifts at Amazon, and each shift was like 400 meals. So we
Yeah.
we made the tacos, and we boxed them up, and then we wheel them into the Amazon warehouse. It was actually, I thought it was a lot of fun, you know, going to the warehouse in the dark and like unlocking the trucks, getting them ready. You know, I don't know, I thought it was fun. Drive out there. I actually got my
Making
license.
tacos in the cover of night.
Yeah, it was really fun. I've got some good videos. I like kind of cut in there, and put in there like when it's like the trucks are in the dark. I think it's, fun experience.
We
But I
did
got
we did a 3-shifter and it was a lot of, I mean, we were all tired, but it was well worth it for sure. Just people, they're like, hey, where's this? Where's this? I said, well, your company only ordered this, so you got to deal with that. And there was people yelling at me that I didn't have ribs or chicken or something like that. I'm like, this is what we have.
That's funny. I always like working the ones at night. I also like the third shift because those people, they're so hard worked. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? They kind of have maybe the cruddier shift. You know what I mean? Like the shift that other people might not want to work, but they, maybe don't get like the best, bonuses, we'll say, because things aren't open at that time, right?
yeah, hard
But, like,
workers.
yeah, it's like a food truck can come out at night. That's awesome, because pizza close at,
Mhm.
they don't get treated like that. So
Yeah, they always get the leftovers from what happened at lunchtime.
yeah, yeah. So hot food's a really, treat to them.
Well, I think we're gonna wrap it up. I think it's been a pleasure having you on here. Thank you for I mean, just giving us a lot of tidbits and a lot of light at the end of the tunnel for people like myself that basically just do whatever I can on Facebook. I'm gonna start doing more internet wise and SEO wise, and I want people to, when they Google best barbecue in my area, I want my name to come up first. I, yeah, we absolutely appreciate you, and good luck to the Bow brand in the future for sure.
Yeah, thanks for having me on. It was fun.
Thanks, Kim. I have like hours of work to do now, thanks to you. So
Yeah, me
It's
too.
fun though when you don't have to, they just start coming in.
right. Yes, it's all worth
Where
it. It's just making
where can somebody find you and maybe find Whoa?
Well, they can contact me. I have a Facebook page that I don't really, but I can contact it. It's Pure Motivation, social media. I'm not real active on it, but it would come right to me. And then wotacos.com or wo.tacos on Instagram.
Awesome.
Perfect.
Well,
Thanks
thank
again.
you much.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks, Kim. Have a great day.
Thanks, you too. Bye.
Bye.